we are going to make a giant family salad with pretty much everything I could pull out that's left in my fridge because it's grocery shopping day. So come make a salad with me. Let's have a chat about what to do when you're feeling like you're getting derailed, you're off track, whether it's with your diet, whether it's just personal life, with your goals. What do you do when you're feeling a little bit derailed? As we make this salad, I'm going to share some thoughts of my experience, and I'm going to share some tips with you on how to get your kids to like salad better, at least what works for my kids. So let's get started. What I'm going to put in my salad is obviously lettuce, a cucumber, shredded carrots, green apple, green onions, some tomatoes, and giant avocado. And then I'm going to make a dressing with hemp seeds and some other things. So that's what we're going to get started doing right now while we chat. But I want to share with you my experience. So do you want to make a salad with me? Do you want to just start cooking whatever your family's going to have for dinner? You can do that and we'll just have a chat. Okay, so I'm going to peel my cucumber because it just feels gross on the outside. I don't know what they put on these, but I don't like it. Same with the tomatoes. But you know what? We just got to be thankful for what we have, right? Okay, so does this work? Okay, good. There's so much information, right, out there. We all know that. We're inundated every day. We think we're going down the right track. We're motivated. It's March now, almost the middle of March. We've had 1.5 months. I can't do math. 2 months now to finalize and fail in our goals for the new year. But when we started, we were so gung-ho. We were so going to do it. This year was the time. Or maybe it's just some things that you know were right for you, but you let somebody sway you. Maybe you knew that the raw food diet was just a calling in your heart that you wanted to try to do and to really stick to this year. But then maybe people in your family or your friends or whatever, whoever in your life starts to make you wonder, why are you doing this? I don't understand. I gotta get a knife. I don't know why this is such a big deal for you. Why can't you just eat like everyone else does? Or they give you some like statistics on, well, you know, how are you going to get your protein? What about your omega-3s? And how about whatever? You know the drill. I'm sure you've all been there and heard it a million times. But maybe this time it struck home with you. And maybe you felt like, what do I do now? Maybe I am on the wrong path. Of course, this doesn't just have to be about diet. This is what I want to suggest to you, is that you go back to the last thing that you are sure about. If you're a believer in Jesus Christ, I really hope that we're praying about everything. We prayed about it. We sought the Lord. Hopefully we got like a Bible verse to confirm what you feel like is on your heart from the Lord, a direction for your life. Go back to that original thing. I personally have tried the raw food diet many times in the last several years. But the last 2 years, I have been pretty committed to it. Not 100%. That's why this channel is called The Grace-Paced Life, because it's about having grace and moving forward, not about perfection. But it has been a wonderful journey. And for the last 2 years, I have been committed to doing it as well as I can in the environment that I have. But especially since January 1st, doing 75 hard, committing to the raw food diet, no cheat days. Well, it's been going very well, but there's times where I do question how this should be so simple, but sometimes it doesn't feel easy. So you have to go back to the first thing. When you're getting confused and overwhelmed, go back to the first thing that you were told. For me, and some of you know my story, but when I was very confused about what to do for my health and I prayed about it, the Lord told me very clearly, eat whatever grows in a garden. That is so wonderful to go back to when we're confused, when there's too much information, when there's too many opinions. Go back to the one thing that God told you. What is right for you? And it's not everybody's path, and that's totally okay. Green onions in my salad. See how easy it is? It's already taking shape. Delicious. Go back to that one thing that you were committed to, that you felt the peace about. When you were wrestling and praying, what was the one thing that kind of showed up in your soul? I encourage you today to back and remember what that was. And then whatever train or path you're on right now that might have deviated a little bit, it's okay because it's all part of the learning experience. But this is a great chance to just I don't know where I am, but I'm off course. So I'm going to go back and do that thing. And you know what? It's okay if nobody goes with you. It's unfortunate sometimes, but it's the way it is. You have to walk alone. You have to make choices for yourself. And if it's a lonely path for you, then so be it, right? You're going to be okay. But if loneliness is too hard, then regroup. Figure out what you can do that can still keep those connections with people. You can always reach out to me. There's a few of us online, Christian vegans, Christian raw vegans. But more than the diet, it is, what's the life? What kind of life do you want to live? What is your choice? And what direction are you heading? It's so easy to get confused and to see everybody else doing their life a certain way, and then we change gears. Then we doubt ourselves, and then we go start making little adjustments, and then pretty soon we're way off track, and we're not happy. So my suggestion is go back to the first thing. For me, the Lord reminded me, He took care of me. He guided me on what to do when I needed help. And He will promises to do the same for anyone who calls upon Him and asks for His help. And it might not be right away, cucumbers. It may not be instantly, but keep searching. Keep asking God's will. No one knows better than He does. You know, if you're watching a parade from the street corner, right, or from the sidewalk, and there's people everywhere and there's buildings everywhere, all you can see is the floats that go right in front of you, right? But if you're in a hot air balloon up above watching the whole thing, you can see the start from the finish. That's where God lives, way up above all of our circumstances and all the things that change with life. That's where the Lord is. He's watching. He can see it all beginning to end, but yet He's so close within our souls and around us always, ready to help us. The God of the universe is still present with you and cares about you intimately, spending every moment with you. Never sleeps, never leaves you, never gets tired of you, never tells you, I've told you that already. You're not listening. He'll just tell you again because maybe you weren't ready. So going forward, I'm going to change the channel name to Back to the Garden, assuming it's available. I should have checked. But that's my hope, is to rename my channel, because the grace-paced life is something that resonated with me so much because I'm such a striver, striving for perfection all the time. But the Lord's ways are ways of grace and peace. So I needed that reminder, but I also need to be reminded to do the thing that the Lord told me to do in the beginning. Take all the confusion out of it. Don't follow anybody else. Don't try to do 80-10-10 if you live in a high desert, food desert. If it doesn't work for you, don't do what someone else is doing. Do what God put on your heart to do. And so I will be changing this channel name to Back to the Garden, and I am very excited to talk more about the plant-based raw vegan diet from a biblical perspective, as I have been, and just taking all the pressure off of how to do it right, but to just do it in the way that makes sense, the way that's just easy. And so I encourage you to, what is the thing, oh wait, hold on, red apples. What is the thing that you can get back to? What brings you peace that you might have moved away from? I would love to know in the comments. Please let me know what's the path that you want to get back to. And in the meantime, give yourself grace for the journey. Nobody gets this thing perfect. And if you're one of those people right now, totally fine, because there's only one perfect, one good person, and that is Jesus. So my salad is coming together. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'm going to make a hemp seed dressing, which I will also include, and some tips for how your kids can like salad better. For one thing is I like to keep the pieces fairly bite-sized, so there's more texture and more variety and interest. Also, add raisins to your salad. It's a total game changer because it's a little sweet and they like it. You can add some nuts, walnuts or almonds, chop them up, but don't put the dressing on it. That's just my kids. Maybe your kids love it. My kids do not like dressing on their salad, so I leave it off because they do not like it if it's slightly slimy, which I get. But feel free to put some lemon on top because it helps with absorption. Okay, tip. Does anyone else ever do this with their lemons? You cut them in half. I just put it on top of a lid and I stick it in the fridge. I don't know. Maybe everyone does that. But yeah, keep the pieces big enough for them to root around and find. Don't put any salad dressing on it. You can put it on the side and make it colorful. I'm going to add some tomatoes, some shredded carrot, some avocado, which is my favorite, and that will probably be it. So I'll show you the finished product. Thank you for being with me today, and I just encourage you, go back, go back, go back. Find your peace again and do the thing that you know was in your heart to do in the beginning. And don't let anybody derail you. Don't let anyone confuse you. But if it's working for you, stick with it. If it's not, pray some more and God will guide you. All right. I'll see you next time.
You can do what you want, just seize that day. What you're doing tomorrow's gonna